Good afternoon. So today I am making more cookies. Go figure, because it's Thursday. Thursdays are baking days here at my little tiny household. So I am going to be making some candy corn cookies. Yes, you have that right. Candy corn cookies. They do not taste like candy corn, but they look like candy corn. So let's take a look. So I'm going to be adding my butter and my sugar together, and I'm going to go ahead and cream those. Now the recipe will be down below, so make sure to check that out as well. And of course, when you're down there and you're not a subscriber, make sure to subscribe and hit that little bell to get notified when I do more videos. So I'm going to go ahead and cream my butter and my sugar. This time I am actually using Kerrygold butter because it's probably one of my favorite butters. I'm going to be adding in my sugar, 1 cup sugar. So it's 1 cup butter, 1 cup sugar. Again, recipe will be down below, so don't worry if you don't get that. And we are going to just cream this together. Okay. So now that that is nice and creamed, you are going to add, what are we doing? You're going to add 1 egg. Try to make it a large egg if you can. So 1 egg. So my recipe says 2 teaspoons of orange zest and some orange oil. I like to have my recipes all natural flavoring. So I'm going to use actual 1 whole orange zest. Just to give it that nice orange flavor. And then it also says to do 2 tablespoons of orange juice. So I want to think that 2 tablespoons is going to be a half of an orange. So just 2 tablespoons is just shy of a half an orange. I'm just going to go ahead and put all that juice in. So these are actually going to be like an orange cookie. We're going to do 1/8 of a teaspoon of salt. And it goes. All right. Then we are going to mix this all together. So one thing is that if you don't have orange juice, do not go out and buy a whole thing of orange juice. That's what I did, thinking, oh, I need orange juice. And then I figured, oh, it's only 2 tablespoons of orange juice. That's 1/2 of an orange. Just buy the orange. Don't buy the orange juice. Okay, that's my soapbox right now. So now we're going to add in the flour, and we're going to add in the baking soda. Baking soda, not powder, baking soda. So we're making a 1/2 teaspoon of baking. Okay, 1/2 teaspoon baking soda goes in. And then flour. And this is 3 cups. 3 cups of flour. Got it in my bowl already pre-mixed or measured. So we're just gonna add this. Again, I always add my flour very slowly, so it gets all mixed in very well together. If you want to put it all in at once, feel free. I mean, you do what you want to do, but definitely I do it very slowly. So I always scrape the side of my mixer just to make sure I'm getting all the flour out and mixed in. Okay, so I'm going to show you here really quick this is what my batter looks like right now. And now here comes the fun part. This is probably the trickiest part of this recipe. Is now you're gonna take the dough, and we are going to divide the dough into thirds. And I'll show you why. Okay. Get this out. Put that back there. Okay. So it's kind of a little sticky dough, almost like a sugar cookie. It's very similar to a sugar cookie dough. My friend Karen, who helped me with the Dracula's Curse, which you can find that right here. And so this is her recipe. So what we're gonna do, all of this dough out, is now we are going to divide this into thirds. Okay, so now it says after we did 3 different dough balls, I've tried to make them in equal parts. I just kind of eyeballed it. But if you have a scale and you want to be sure that each one is the same, use a scale. I'm not going to because I'm not too picky. So the next thing is that we are taking a bread pan. We've got it lined. And now we're just gonna press this into the bottom of the bread pan. Now you're probably like, why? Why are you pressing it into a bread pan? You're not making bread. You're trying to make cookies. I will tell you that shortly. Okay, I've got that one put in. Now I put one of my sugar ball cookie doughs back into the blender, and now we're gonna make orange food coloring, which is yellow and red. So hopefully I can get that into a nice, pretty orange color. So one thing you have to be very, very careful on is you do not want to put in a whole lot of red because it'll make it red, and then you have to put more yellow in to make it obviously orange. So I did 3 drops of red, and now I'm really just eyeballing the color to get that orange to put in my yellow food color. And I think that might be good. Let's check it out. So would you consider this orange? Bloop. That might be a good orange. Because I did the same with my yellow. So I got my yellow and my orange. I think that's a good orange. I kind of really like this orange. Maybe I should change. No, it's orange compared to this, which looks like the same color. There. Well, I don't want to do that. Gosh, that was kind of inappropriate. There we go. So orange and yellow. I don't know why this is open. There, orange, yellow. So now we are pressing orange evenly on top of the white. So I've got my white in here. I'm gonna press this orange one in now. I have no counter space. Okay, so I have my white dough in here. Now I'm going to press on top my orange dough. Layer this, and you want to kind of get even. Press this around. Now, this cookie dough recipe makes a lot of cookie dough, okay? So this is supposed to be making 15 dozen cookies, which is a huge amount of cookies. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna only do half of it and then keep some for myself to eat. And then I may send the other half to a relative. I might freeze it and then ship it off to them so that way they can get it and it's kind of unthawed. And then they can cut the cookies into their own little shape. Kind of even. Now for the yellow. And again, we are just pressing this so it's nice and even. This kind of feels like Play-Doh. So this would be great if you have kids and you want to get them involved. You could do like little tiny pans. Like if you have little tiny square pans, each little kid can have their own little pan that you can do. You know, get them in the kitchen. Start teaching them how to cook or bake. There you go. There we go. So we have a full bread pan of cookie dough. Now what we're gonna do is, I'm just gonna wrap this up like that. And I'm gonna put this into the refrigerator for at least 2 hours. 2 hours until it gets really firm, because we did all that extra liquid in there. So now it has to set. So I'm gonna put this in for 2 hours, and then I will be back to show you what else we do. So keep watching and you'll see what these look like. Okay, it is that time. So I have taken out the cookie dough and have flipped it over, and this, come on, there we go. That is what we are getting. Now can you kind of see where the candy corn is coming in? So now we are going to slice this. So let's get going to slicing. Because I'm actually going to cut, since I'm not going to eat all of this, by all means, I'm not going to make it all. So I'm going to cut, let's say about, let's say about 3/4 to 1/4, right, like this. I'm going to save this side, and the good thing about this is that you can actually freeze it. So you can freeze cookie dough. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to wrap this up. And this shall be frozen. So now we have this that kind of looks like that. All right. So we are going to cut these in about 1/4 inch pieces. Just like that. So this, when this is finished in the refrigerator, it kind of has a consistency of like Play-Doh, like a really tough Play-Doh. So that's what we're kind of going for. So I am just going to cut this like that. All right. So now that we have our little blocks cut, we're going to start to make these into candy corns. Now, I want to show you, or I want to tell you, candy corns usually have the white, orange, yellow, but in this case, the white might be on top and the white might be on bottom, but it still gives you the look of a candy corn. So how we do this is we're going to cut these into little triangles. You could probably get 6 little triangles on one little piece. So we're just gonna do that. We're just gonna cut one. Now on this, you don't want to go exactly, so if you can see this, you don't want to go exactly corner to corner. You want to kind of give it a little bit, because we can actually shape these a little bit into more candy corns. Okay, so I'm gonna get about 2, 3, 4. I'm gonna get about 5 candy corns on here. So now what I do, so there you go. Your little candy corn cookie. Isn't that cute? So cute. So now what we're gonna do is we're just going to kind of buff up these side edges here. We're just gonna round them off. So now all of a sudden they look more like candy corns. So we're just gonna do that. Don't forget to preheat your oven at 375. So that'll be finished when we're done here. So I'm going to cut all these and then I'm going to round off the corners. So let's do this really fast. Okay, so I have finished cutting and shaping them. And these actually look pretty good. They actually look like candy corns. Yeah. So here's what we do now. I knew that was gonna happen. So now what we do is we are gonna take these and we're just gonna toss them into a little bit of sugar. So just grab a little bit of sugar here. You're gonna put that in a bowl. Let me get this out of the way. And now we're just gonna toss them in. We're just gonna throw it in and we're just gonna roll it. You don't need a whole lot of sugar on it because it already has so much. And then we're going to place these on our lined cooking tray. This is actually taken off of the, obviously candy corn from Brock's. But I did try the Thanksgiving candy corns that Brock's took out, so I have that video right here as well. Check that out because you will be surprised. Even the people who are die-hard candy corns, well, just watch the video and I'll give you my opinion on that. If you've tried those, let me know as well. So I'm going to finish getting all of these candy corns coated in my sugars, and then I am going to put them in the oven for 7 to 10 minutes, just until they are brown, and I will pull them out when they're finished. So keep watching. Okay, so I just took these cookies out and some of them have burnt. Where's it go? Okay. Some of them kind of got a little crispy. And I think what it is it's the sugar that is actually made these burnt. So I think instead of rolling them in sugar, I think if you just sprinkle the sugar on top, it will not be as burnt. Also, I left these in the oven for 8 minutes, 8.5 minutes. So I think if I only did 7 minutes, they wouldn't have done this as well. But let me find one. That's kind of how they should be, just slightly brown on the bottom. But let's try these. Let's try them anyway. They're still gonna be good, I hope. Yeah, they're good. I kind of wish they had a little bit more orange taste to them. I mean, it is an orange cookie. You definitely taste the orange cookie in it. But I think what I might have done more, I think what these needs is a little bit more orange zest. So I think what I'm gonna have to do is do like 1 full orange and another half an orange of the zest to get that really, you know, orange taste to these. But otherwise they're pretty good. And I have plenty. That is what they look like. But yeah, and they're a little soft, so they're not extra hard. Except for the burnt ones. The burnt ones are hard, but these are actually nice and soft. So I am going to enjoy all these cookies. I'm gonna get fat. So in the next year, if you see that I have gained 100 pounds, I am changing my YouTube channel to a weight loss YouTube channel. But I will not, because I will give some of these cookies away. Anyway, yes, that is my candy corn cookies. Let's see, it's a candy corn cookie, orange flavored. So this is something that I think you guys will enjoy. If you tried them, or if you're going to, definitely let me know below. And make sure to subscribe and hit the little bell, and then check out my, wherever they are, check out my other videos. Check out my Dracula's Curse video, check out my Hocus Pocus drink video, and I'll make sure I put links to those on the side here and also down below. So with that, you guys have a fantastic day, and we will talk to you soon.